General CDs Part 16. Ahoy, hi everybody, and welcome to part 16 of a look at my general CD collection. Just normal CDs, no signed stuff, no print stuff, no box sets, no compilations, no soundtrack. But anything goes other than that. Let's carry straight on. So first up, this is Robbie Williams live at the O2 on the 24th of November 2012. I've already shown at least just one I think, in this sort of series, when he released Take the Crown album. He did 3 nights at the O2 in the round for the first time to sort of promote it. Candy had just gone to #1. He recorded all 3 nights. They were all ones where they were recorded and you could buy them on the way out. They were also for sale through his website. Because I couldn't attend the concerts, I bought them through his website. I bought all 3. Track listing mainly the same, but not entirely. Not his best live shows. He wasn't very well anyway. Because it was promoting the Take the Crown album, there's a fair bit of new stuff which hasn't really stood the test of time. It's not one of his best albums, but enjoyable nevertheless. He's a great live performer. This is Blur's Think Tank album. This is the limited edition book version with an enhanced CD including 4 tracks recorded live at the MTV studios in London. So this was their album where Graham Coxon, that's his name, left early in the session, so it's mainly just Damon, Alex and Dave. That said, it's still a good, strong album. Some of it's produced by Fatboy Slim. Out of Time is sort of the track on here that's really stood the test of time and is now a classic Blur song. And was also a single. Crazy Beat, which was done... Pardon me. Crazy Beat, which was one of the Fatboy Slim productions, is great. Good songs, very good. Caravan's very good. We've Got a File on You is a good rocky, punky song. Battery in Your Leg is the only track on here that Graham Coxon's on. Gene by Gene. I mean, it's all good. It's not prime Blur, but it's still better than a lot of other artists. Little run now, I think, of Blue Tones, going backwards in chronology by the way I've taken them out of the shelves. So this is their BBC radio sessions. Blue Tones, one of my favourite bands. These are just tracks from various BBC radio sessions between 1994 and 2000. That's the track listing. This is their self-titled last album from 2006. I didn't get this until very much later. It's okay. I think I've only listened to it once or twice and then heard odd tracks on shuffle. But it's very good. It's just not their best. This is previous to that. This is Luxembourg from 2003. Fast Boy is a great song, and Never Going Nowhere is a great song. Liquid Lips is very good as well. Rest of it, good, not great. This is their singles compilation. You may have seen a few months back. This was reissued on vinyl. I showed you the vinyl. This is the original release. This is the 2 CD version with some bonus tracks on it. So it's all their singles up to After Hours, which is one of my favourite tracks. And then it's got 3 new tracks, Freeze Dried Pop, Persuasion and the Blue Tones Big Score. And then the second CD on this, I'm trying to remember, it's also got After Hours on it, but can't remember what's different from the version on CD 1. Don't think it's possible that it isn't, because it's exactly the same running time. So not sure why there's 2 versions. Don't remember. And then it's got Pretty Ballerina, Blue Shadows, and That's Life. I think Pretty Ballerina and Blue Shadows at least were previous B-sides. I can't remember now. It's been a long time since this was released. But yeah, I mean, if you're after a Blue Tones best of, get this. This is the previous album, Science and Nature. Again, this was re-released at the same time as the hits on vinyl. Great album. Mudslide, Blood Bubble, Autophilia, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love My Car, Keep the Home Fires Burning, Slackjaw and Emily's Pine, Tiger Lily. All great songs. I mean, it's all great. Their second album, Return to the Last Chance Saloon. Solomon Bites the Worm, 4 Day Weekend, If were the singles. Again, it's all just great. And this is their debut, Expecting to Fly. Again, it's all great. Blue Tonic, Cuts and Rug, Slight Return with the singles and probably their best known songs. But in September I will be seeing them play this album in full. It's Blondie's Greatest Hits. This is a nice little package. CD of all their hits, literally all their hits up until whenever that album originally came. Oh no, it's got Marie on. Up until 2005. Plus a bonus track, Rapture Riders, Blondie versus The Doors, which was sort of a mix-up of them. But it's also got a DVD with a load of their videos on it as well. Gary Moore, Blues Alive. Love Gary Moore's blues albums. Well, I say that. His first two, I haven't heard any of the others, but his first two were excellent. And this was a live album on the tour for the second one. So various ones of his bluesy tracks. Live. Just amazing stuff. This is George Harrison's Dark Horse. So I had All Things Must Pass, whichever reissue of it that was, the 30th anniversary one, I think, on CD, and then the Living in the Material World anniversary edition, again probably the 30th, I presume, that came out. Then I was going to be gradually picking up the rest of his stuff, got as far as Dark Horse, then the box sets came out and I just got those instead. Not his best album. Ding Dong Ding Dong I like a lot. Dark Horse is okay, the title track. The rest of it isn't particularly memorable, but I've probably only heard the album twice, to be fair. This is George Martin, In My Life. So this was his goodbye album when he stopped producing, and it's a load of covers of Beatles tracks by his friends, basically. Heroes and friends, as they put it. So this has got Come Together by Robin Williams and Bobby McFerrin. So that's, with Bobby McFerrin, that's all done through the voice. There's no instrumentation on that. Goldie Hawn doing A Hard Day's Night. Jeff Beck doing A Day in the Life. Celine Dion doing Here, There and Everywhere. I go so far as to say I hate Celine Dion. Well, that's a bit strong, but I really dislike Celine Dion. But that's a good version. Vanessa Mae doing Because. Jim Carrey doing I Am a Walrus. That's quirky, but good. John Williams doing Here Comes the Sun. That's guitar John Williams, not soundtrack composer John Williams. Billy Connolly doing Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite. That's very good. The Pepperland Suite compilation of medley of the soundtrack from Yellow Submarine, conducted by George Martin. Golden Slumbers Carry That Weight in the End by Phil Collins. That's excellent. George Martin, again, an instrumental version of Friends and Lovers, which is In My Life instrumentally, and that goes into In My Life by read out by Sean Connery, which is really good. But yeah, that's a good album. Back to Blur. This is their debut album, Leisure. It's them finding their way a bit. She's So High and Bang. Well, and There's No Other Way were the singles. There's No Other Way is very good. The other two, bit too shoegazy, really. This has got Sing on it, which was on the Trainspotting soundtrack and is an amazing song. There's some other decent stuff on there, but you know, as I say, it's them finding their way. This is the other. This is from the 23rd of November. This is the other one from those 3 shows. So I've previously shown whatever, whether it was the 25th or 22nd, I can't remember. And then 24th earlier in this video. This night Gary Barlow guested. This was just as they were getting back to working together. Still with Robbie. This is Life Through a Lens. This was an original CD release from when it came out. His debut album, Angels, and Let Me Entertain You, sort of the big tracks from this. Lazy Days, South of the Border, and Oh Before I Die were also singles. Personally, in my opinion, a faultless album. I mentioned Gary Moore. This is the first of those big bluesy albums. This has still got the blues. I just adore this album. I've bought it on vinyl. Yeah, just an amazing piece of work. Previous video I mentioned, not a huge dance music fan, but a sort of big beat I like, particularly Propellerheads, a lot of Chemical Brothers, and Fatboy Slim. So this is Halfway Between the Gutter and the Stars, which is 30 years old this year, I believe. Not 30, 20 years old this year, I mean. 2000 this came out, yes. This was sort of his follow-up to You've Come a Long Way, Baby. Weapon of Choice is probably the best known track from this. It's the one with the Christopher Walken dancing video. Demons is on there with Macy Gray. Star 69, sort of quite a well-known track, although it don't get played on the radio because it's got a lot of swearing in it. Talking About My Baby, Sunset Bird of Prey was a single. Yeah, but it's a really strong album. Garbage's debut album, self-titled. Queer, Only Happy When It Rains, big hit. Stupid Girl, another big hit. I think Milk was a single as well. But yeah, do like Garbage, very strong album. And then their second album, version 2.0. I Think I'm Paranoid. Push It, I think, was a single. Can't remember what else was. Not as good as first album, but still very good. Fun Loving Criminals, really like their stuff, particularly their earlier stuff. I sort of gave up on them after a while. This is Mimosa, which I think was their... Oh, this was a sort of... Sort of a... I'm trying to think of the right phrase for it. It's not a compilation per se, as in a best of or greatest hits or anything. It's sort of an odds and ends compilation, you know, it's B-sides and radio sessions and things like that on there. Pardon me. But yeah, it's good enough. Some good bits on there. This was their second album, I think, Loco. Third album, maybe. Third album, I think. 2001, yeah, I think it's third album. And I'm struggling to spot anything that was a single. I think this is where I sort of gave up on them. It was perfectly enjoyable, but it no longer wowed me. This is Best of Georgie Fame, 1967 to 71. I just wanted a Georgie Fame best of. I like Georgie Fame. This has got the Ballad of Bonnie and Clyde on it. This has got Rosetta with Alan Price on it. It hasn't got, which I think I didn't realise when I bought it, hasn't got Yeah Yeah on it, which was probably the main reason I wanted it. All sorts of bits, you know, tracks you'd know, like Knock on Wood and what did I just, When I'm 64, Mellow Yellow, you know, stuff, covers that you'd know the originals of. Good stuff. Georgie's, I have seen him live, very good. Sort of artist I'd pick up his albums if I find them at the right price. And finally for this video, back to Fun Loving Criminals. This was their second album, 100% Colombian. Love Unlimited, I think, was the first single. Korean Bodega, I think, was a single as well. Not sure what else was. Yeah, they never beat their first album, but this is a strong runner-up. Okay, so that's it for part 16. I think. Whatever I said at the start. Yeah, thank you for watching. You can watch future parts on my playlist. You can watch past parts on my playlist. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks. Bye.